Oh man, body's been fighting a bit of a bug this week. Nothing too serious. I've had a few sniffles and a bit of a dry cough. I've done a couple of runs this week so far, 3 days out from the Sydney Marathon today. Heart rate's been fine, so yeah, just been feeling pretty crappy actually. Not quite 100%, so hopefully in the next couple of days I'll start to improve a little bit better. And come race day, I'll be ready to go. That's the warm-up done. Nothing too crazy on today's run. Session up here on screen. Just spinning the wheels a little bit. This will be the last run I do in Brisbane before we head down to Sydney. Travelling down tomorrow. My next run will be at a shakeout run on Saturday. Planning to hit up 2 shakeout runs on Saturday. The Eat, Sleep, Run podcast shakeout run at 9 a.m. in Hyde Park. I'll put the map here on screen so you can see where they're meeting. And then at 10 a.m. going to meet up with the Kafuzi shakeout run as well. Now I won't be running both of them. I'll only do one. More than likely the Kafuzi shakeout run. But guys, let me know down in the comments if you'll be at one of those shakeout runs. Make sure you do come up and say g'day. Last couple of days here in Brisbane, beautiful early spring weather, but it's a fraction warm. It's looking fantastic for the Sydney Marathon too, like 7 degrees is the expected minimum on Sunday morning. That's just bloody perfect, but it is going to get a little bit chilly standing around in the marshalling area. Just recapping guys, I'm starting in the green wave 2. If you are in that wave, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to meet up with some of you who watch the channel. Now, race day strategy. If you've been following the series, the Sydney Marathon series right through, you know that I am using a run-walk strategy for this whole training block, and I don't see any reason to deviate from that plan on race day. So I'll be running 5 kilometers with a 400-meter walk. I'll be doing that 7 times. That'll get me to 37 and a half, a little bit more kilometers. And then, yeah, it's the final push from there to the Sydney Opera House and the finish line. Forgot to do some filming on that one. Anyway, race day pace. I have said all the way through this training block that I'm not concerned about pace and nothing's going to change on race day. Plan is to be conservative through probably the first 90 minutes, see how the body's feeling at that point. Yeah, then I'll just roll with the punches from there, but it would be perfect if I could replicate what I've been doing with the long runs in this training block. If I can do that where I've been getting progressively faster each 5 kilometer split, then I'm not going to be too far off around the 4-hour mark. And I think considering how the old body is, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. And also, that would still give me plenty of time to get through recovery, get back to the hotel, pick up our luggage, get to the airport, and make that 3 o'clock flight for Vietnam. That's right, guys, I've got to rush off straight after the marathon and catch a plane to Ho Chi Minh City. Nothing like having to run to a deadline. Now, there is one thing that I am concerned about with the Sydney Marathon and the course, and that is the hills. Just because the way the knee has been, I haven't been able to do, well, a lot of hill work. All my runs have basically been down here on the Esplanade where it's nice and flat. I've thrown in some hill sprints once a week up until sort of a couple of weeks ago, but I just haven't done any rolling hills on any of my runs because, you know, it just hurts too much to run downhill. And race day will be pretty much a shuffle going down some of the hills, but I'm okay with that. And if I have to walk down some of the hills, I will. If they're just a little bit too steep. But yeah, that's the only thing that does concern me, that, you know, I might suffer from the hills towards the back end of the marathon. But we'll see what happens on race day. That's why I'm taking a very conservative approach in that first 90 minutes.
Let's just be here, you and me.
perfect. Got really good on that last K. That's fantastic. Whew. Let's go. The work is done, guys. Just a 10-minute cool down to go, and that is done. Next run in Sydney. Tell you, I am pretty chuffed that I've got here. You know, I look back on the last 14 weeks, and I know I said this in probably the last video, but yeah, there were a lot of doubts, but we've made it. I just got to shake this little bug, and then it's going to be all systems go. Alright, one thing I did forget to mention was my fueling strategy on race day. So the plan is that I will sip on some Powerade, the Mountain Blast, before the race, and then just before the start I will take a precision hydration. I don't know if it's precision hydration or just precision. I'll take a caffeinated gel, and then I will carry 5 gels during the race, and the plan is that I'll take one probably every 45-50 minutes, so that should give me 4 to get down, and if I do need a spare, I'm carrying one as well. Yeah, that's what I've been sort of sticking to in training. Don't change things for race day, so I'll just go with that. I'll probably have a light breakfast on Sunday morning, depending on what I can get at the supermarket or what we can have in the room. But yeah, it's all done, guys. It's time to bring on the race. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has followed along on this Sydney Marathon series. It really does mean a lot to me that you've given up some of your time to watch me prepare for the Sydney Marathon and watching these videos. I also want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has donated to my fundraising for Heart Research Australia. If you are late to this series, it's not a charity spot that I'm running. I just decided that I would raise some money for Heart Research Australia because I do have a little heart issue, and raised over $1,500 for that cause, so that's a fantastic effort. But it is all down to you because you have been so generous in donating to that fundraising campaign. So thanks very much, guys. The only other thing I've got to say is that because we are traveling to Vietnam so quickly after the marathon, and we are only taking carry-on luggage, I can't speak. I won't be taking a laptop with me, so I won't have an opportunity to edit a video from the Sydney Marathon race day until after we get back. We're in Vietnam for about 10 days, so the next video will be full race recap, etc. of the Sydney Marathon, but it will take me a little while to put that together. I will be carrying the GoPro with me, guys, so there will be plenty of footage. We'll try to drop maybe a short or something after the race, just to let you know how I got on. That's about it, guys. It's all done. It's all locked in. Early flight tomorrow morning to Sydney, and then yeah, really looking forward to it. Sydney Marathon, first time as a world marathon major. It's going to be exciting. Make sure if you do see me there, guys, come up and say g'day. Love to get you on video for the channel, have a photo, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, if you are in my green wave number 2, hit me up in the comments down below, and also tell me where you're coming from on this massive rock that we are floating on through the universe. All right, guys, thanks very much. Good luck to everyone that is running on Sunday at the Sydney Marathon, wherever you are doing the marathon or those other shorter events. And also to the spectators, make sure you're nice and loud as we run past. And finally, a real special mention to those volunteers who will be out there on course, directing us where to go, handing out drinks, and everyone else involved with the Sydney Marathon. Thanks very much for giving up your time to allow us to run in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and anyone who hasn't experienced Sydney Harbour, you're in for a real treat. All right, guys, thanks very much again. Really do appreciate it if you've got all the way through to this point in the video. I'm just rabbling now, so I'll see you on the start line at the Sydney Marathon. Good luck.